Alright, today we're going to be making our own improvised metal cooking pot. We're going to make a billy pot, or just a cook pot, out of these 28-ounce tomato cans. We got a coat hanger there to use as the bell. We got a can opener there, of course, and some pliers and tin snips and things we're going to need there to do it. I'm going to get the camera set up here and we'll get started. Alright, first thing we need to do is get our cans open. I'm using a side cutting can opener here. And it takes two to make one when we're doing this. This will make some good homemade salsa here in a little while. Didn't quite cut through this last one. Let's see if I can finish the cut. Probably not. I'm going to go rinse these cans out so I don't make a mess everywhere, and I'll be right back with you. Alright, we're ready to get started now. Alright, so see which one I want to make my top and what I want to make my bottom. This one I kind of messed up when I was opening it, you saw. So we'll make this into the lid. We'll make this the actual pot. Going to cut it off a little bit long here, then I'll dress it up a little bit as we go around. I want to leave just a little bit of a lip on it here, but that's a little bit more than I want. I want to leave just about half that. Try to keep it even. This is going to allow it to get a good seal on your pot. Be a good friction fit between your lid and your pot. And it's not going to just fall off, come loose. Alright, see that there? Now what I did is I cut a rough little notch out there, this chunk of wood. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the lid on it like that, and then take the chisel and go around, and I'll put indentions in it, or pleats. We're going to do it roughly every ½ inch, every ¼ inch, something like that. Alright, let's test our fit now. Here's just a little bit of tweaking. It's almost too much of a friction fit. Probably trim this down just a little bit all the way around. take my Leatherman pliers here, just kind of tweak it a little bit, get those inset a little bit more, every other one or so.
No. I can't be mine much longer. Daddy. My matches. My matches, Katie. No. Yes, Mikey, give me it. No, come here then.
Let's see how that's doing now. Little tight spot right there. Alright, very good. Fits on good. Comes off pretty easy too now. Alright. Now we need to make our holes for our bale to fit into. What I did here is I traced the bottom of a can on a piece of thin cardboard here. And what you can do, fold it in half and mark it on the folds. That way you know your holes are going to be perfectly lined up on each side of your can. I'm going to want to come up the can high enough that the wire sticking through isn't going to bump into the lip of the lid there. So just marked hole on each side, just a little bit less than halfway down on this flat spot there. Alright, and we're going to take an 8-penny nail, use our stick again, just punch a hole straight through. Get it all the way through, not just the head or the tip of the nail. Make sure your hole gets punched good and round. Need a test fit there for our wire. Ream this one out just a little bit. Alright, there we go. Now let's start forming our bale. I'm going to take this whole straight section. I won't use all of it, but we'll trim it to fit. Just going to bend it almost in half. Just keeping that just a little bit open there, and I'm going to crimp it all the way. Come down about 3/8. Bend it back open. And I usually just use my can here, try to give me a nice curve. tweak that and have a nice smooth arc all the way. And usually I make it where when the bale's laying flat, comes almost to the bottom, not like so. And take it right there, spin it in, just a simple 90 degree. Same thing on the other side. I'm going to snip them off. Going to leave, see them leaving a little over a half there. I might trim that down a little bit more later. You can always take more off. It's harder to add it back. Alright. Then, going to take the peak of my loop there, give it just a little bit of a bend. That'll help it when it's in your pack lay down smoother against your can. Alright, close that up just a little bit, a little more of a smoother, tighter fit there. You see the bale fits down good and flat around your pot. We got our lid. Perfect. Now I just need to put a knob on it, lift it off with. You see some people might use a screw or a piece of metal that's hot. It warms up. You can't take it off with your bare hand. I usually take a little stick and carve me a little piece, and I'll run a screw, tiny screw up through the bottom into my wood. You see here we've got this orange coating here on the inside of the can, protect it from the acid of our tomatoes. But I don't know, some people say you don't want to cook in that, and that'll get off in your food, not healthy. I don't know if they're right or not, but I err on the side of caution. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a little bit of this heat alcohol, I'm going to pour in here.